This is Sarah.
This is Elise.
And this is Ellie. Welcome to the 2025 Southern Sectionals.
Testing, testing. Let's see if we can hear you now. Wow. All kinds of technical difficulty, but we are back. I think we're back. If you can hear us, let me know. See if you're, is it your mother, you said? See if we can hear us now. She's eating some kids' candy. Some gummy bears. Okay, good. Thanks for the help there. Since it wasn't working, we decided, you know what, let's just go direct to YouTube. And I didn't, for some reason, our mics didn't get enabled. So they're enabled now, so everything's working. There's K. Scott. K. Scott shot 2 60Xs at our sidewalk 2 weeks ago. Shot a 60X yesterday. And I think he's been clean so far today. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look real quick.
Got a little bit of a sugar rush going. Yep, he's XXXX.
Looks good. That's a good picture of him, too.
Yep, picture case and his
good
target.
Shot. I'm going to go take a look real quick here.
We're back.
We are back. We're back.
This is a halfway.
We're already halfway.
So we're probably going to take about a 10-minute break.
I know, right after we get everything up and running.
Sorry about that. Archers will flip their targets from bottom to top, top to bottom. David Allen likes to run a pretty...
So he did drop 1X. So that's the first one he's dropped in four shoots. 4 shoots. That's pretty awesome. Amazing.
David Allen likes to run a tight ship around here, so we'll have a 5-minute break and then
they
we'll
wanted
be
10.
back.
Did he say 5 minutes? It needs to be 10 minutes.
It was 5 minutes yesterday, 5 minutes
Yeah, some
last
ladies
night.
came up to me and said, hey, can we please do 10?
Because it takes... The restrooms are on the other side of the building. Anyway, we'll be back in about 10 minutes. This live stream will stay live. You'll just get our commercial break, which is a bunch of the...
And just the archers over and over.
Yeah, it's just the pictures of our Spider X team.
Yeah, and it's kind of what we've done is a lot of our Spider X, those are images that we've created in big posters that we put up on the wall so people can see our archers, and we get to highlight them a little bit. And at the end of the season, they get to take those home.
Yep.
It's kind of a cool I think it's kind of cool thing we do. The other thing we do is if you go to our website, teamspiderx.com, you'll be able to see our Spider X team. That's the elite team. And the elite team, once you make it to that level, we go ahead and do kind of a cool image of them and get it out there on the website. And we're going to continue to kind of revamp that page. Like I said, we're going to start our pin program will be out there. You'll be able to see a lot of that stuff that's coming.
That's exciting.
Okay. If you guys want to go ahead and see live scores, you can. They're at the halfway mark. Go to eyesonscore.com. Go to if you're on your phone, do the little hamburger in top right corner, and you'll be able to click on the live scores, and that will take you right to the tournaments. You'll see all the live tournaments that are going on. You'll click on the Southern Sectional one for here.
There's our DOS table.
Yep. All right.
Back to
So
Archers. We'll be back in about 10 minutes.
Yep. We'll be back in just a few.
And the lights are out and you stumble in the dark. You kept pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life feels the most, just remember. Just remember. Just remember.
away in the dark. You tell yourself you need to move on, but one night in the shadows can ease your broken heart. They turn the volume up, you shut your mind. Wanna escape your thoughts for a little while, but when you close your eyes, I'm by your side, I'm by your side, right? You'll find me there dancing in the crowd. You tell yourself that it's over, but you see my face on all the strangers though. So are you sure that it's over? When
on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life is lemons, just hold me. Just hold me. Just hold me.
To hide away in the dark. You tell yourself you need to move on, but one night in the shadows can ease your broken heart. They turn the volume up, you shut your mind. Wanna escape your thoughts for a little while, but when you close your eyes, I'm by your side, I'm by your side, right? You'll find me there dancing in the crowd. You tell yourself that it's over, but you see my face on all the strangers though. So are you sure that it's over? When you close your eyes, I'm by your side, babe. When you close your eyes, I'm on your mind, babe. You'll find me there dancing in the crowd. You tell yourself that it's over. Drown yourself in the smoke, babe. You came to this place to hide away for a while, but we both know that when it
This is Sarah.
This is Elise.
And this is Ellie. Welcome to the 2025 Southern Sectionals.
Hey guys, welcome back to the 2025 Southern Sectionals here at Texas Archery. Hey, this is my grandson. He just came in. Say hi. Wave. Wave at the crowd. There you go. All 7 of you out there, I'm sure. But wanted to say hi. Wife brought my grandson up. Little Isaiah. All right, so we're not back. It hasn't started, but he walked up. You know, he's 3 years old, so he gets distracted very quick. So I wanted to have him wave at the crowd. We'll be back in just a moment. So there's nothing going on down there. But once they get started, we'll get back at it. All right? Thanks, guys.
And the lights are out, you stumble in the dark. You kept pushing on, but then you went too far. your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost. Everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life is lemons, just hold me. Just hold me. Just hold me.
Get us back. All right, so we are back. Let's go ahead. We've got the first scoring round after the half. So what happens, what that means is that now we're going to have an archer. We're going to have the archers, whoever we're shooting on top now are shooting on the bottom. And guess what? They're first to shoot. There's Josiah. Josiah, such a good kid. I pick on him, but he's such a good kid. He's a big kid. That kid is tall, like my son. I think he's probably about 6'5", 6'6". So he had to order the long draw Hoyt so it would fit him. Has to even bend that elbow a little bit, it looks like, to shoot that bow. But it looks like he's been working hard. He had some type of event yesterday where he had to walk like 20 some miles with a backpack, and he was telling me he's pretty sore today when he showed up. I see Lori Yee on camera too. There's Lori. Lori is Madeline Yee's mom, and Madeline Yee is a beast when shooting Olympic recurve. Such a good shooter. Houston Archery Center has a bunch of really good shooters, Olympic recurve archers. So it's a lot of fun to watch those kids shoot. And for some reason, it's focused on the back, not the front. Why is it doing that? That drives me crazy sometimes that the camera does that. Zoom out on her just a little bit. Let's see if it'll zoom in. Oh, there you go. That kind of fixed it. Good shot. Such a good family too. There's Nash. We were talking about Nash yesterday. Shot a 300. Shoots really good. He was shooting a Matthew Stoke, and we found this Hoyt FX, one of the older ones. Which, if you ever come across the FX, buy them. They're great bows. And he's blurry too. Look at him. What's going on? What's going on? Let's see if we can get that thing to focus a little bit. There we go. But yeah, Nash started shooting this FX. I saw him the other day shoot his first Vegas 300. Put a little Bojitsu on that one and got it to come from low and catch that X. But the thing about that FX is it's got a low draw length. You can get short draw length. It's a lighter bow, and the performance on that bow, those bows are awesome. We've had kids win Vegas with that year range of those FXs, those older FXs. We put those SVX cams on there. We do have some of the DCXs too, depending on the poundage and stuff and what we feel like the kids can handle. If we can put the FXs or the SXs, SVXs on there, we'll put them on there. But it doesn't matter. We've had kids, those bows perform great with either set of cams, and they swap around pretty easy. the thing is about 10-pound difference. So if you go from the GTX cam, which is the one that's a module that moves, and if you put the SVX ones on there, it drops. I believe it drops the poundage by about 10 pounds. So it does affect the poundage of the bow when you swap those cams around. There's Steve. Steve's at it again. Let's see. I'm going to take a quick look and just see how Steve's looking right now. Steve. If you go to Eyes on Score, you can look Steve up as well. But let me see Steve. Steve has dropped one so far. So he dropped one on the fifth end. So he's on track right now for 299, which he is very capable of cleaning the rest of it. Let me see. Madeline Yee is in the first half shot a 142, so that puts her in the. It looks like she shot really strong up until about the fifth end. Dropped a few there, nothing major, but she's typically going to shoot in that high 280, 290 range for her age. That's pretty good. Let's see. Looking down the Don Kyle. Don is still clean. Yesterday he shot a 298. As of now, he's at the halfway mark at 150. Don is a big supporter of us. I love he comes and he'll give us advice and give us some information that we need to do for archers. Don shoots out of Saddle River Range. Right now, you're looking at Nadia. Nadia is another very good shooter. She shoots a ton of ASA, has had a very successful year last year shooting ASA, won a bunch of dollars. This is her senior year. She's really been shooting, trying to shoot a lot of target this indoor. Last year, I'm not so sure she shot too much indoors, focused on 3D, but man, she's really picking up her game. She shot a 56x 300 yesterday. And today, let's see where she at right now. I can find her quickly. Nadia, she's right now at she's dropped 1, 2, 3. She's dropped 4 X's so far, and she dropped 2 on the sixth end. So that was probably just an anomaly there. So she'll continue to shoot strong and probably still stay around that mid 50x area for her 300. Let's see if there's anybody else to note. K. Scott has dropped 1x. Like I said, that kid is a beast. Shot a 60x. I've seen him shoot 3 60x's so far here in the facility. So he's an excellent shooter. Josiah's clean at the halfway mark with shooting really well. We talked about him, big kid, shooting a Hoyt Stratus, the long draw version. I'm just looking down there. I don't know what happened to Carrie, but Carrie's down there. She's helping kids understand about our program. She's down there. I mean, she's a salesman for us too. Does a good job. She understands what we do. She's one of the ones that we brought in from Victoria, Texas. If you don't know the area, that's probably about a 2.5-hour drive here. They come about once a month to shoot with the team. And also, we shoot a lot of competitions, so we see them at a lot of these events. If you want to see scores, go for it. Go to eyesonscore.com, and you got it. If you're just tuning in, what these archers are doing, they're shooting the Southern Sectionals. A lot of them have already shot once, shot yesterday or Friday. They're shooting again today. That gives them 2 scores. The scores will go toward 5 locations, 6 locations. Not go toward. Southern Sectionals is that group is Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Arkansas, Oklahoma, and Puerto Rico. So there's multiple shoots going on in all of those states. Once they're all done, then you'll have your top 3 from every division for the Southern Sectional Champion. And then they'll take those scores and then do them as a national ranking, so you'll see where you rank nationally. We have just, without Carrie here, I feel like I'm just talking. So we got Rod in the red down there. Rod, one of our coaches, he is a huge help. The only way we can run tournaments like this, run programs like this, is from our volunteers. These are parents that have kids that shoot, or youth that shoot, and it is the only way you can run programs of this size and run tournaments of this size, to have parents like that step up and help run these things. Rod is here every day on the weekend. We've been doing this as our 3rd weekend in a row to run major tournaments here, and he's been right there helping. He manages the line. He manages the scorecards, all of that when it comes in, manages check-in. He has help a lot of times with other parents that'll help him. He's managing live scoring for us right now, so if there's any changes, he's moving people around. The app just doesn't have issues when it comes to scoring or connectivity, so that makes it easy that we don't have to have somebody down there that's a part of the scoring team. Scoring team is him. So if there's an issue, he's called in, but there's just never any issues. It just works. Here we use tablets to do all of our live scoring, so it makes it easy, because when the next time you just turn the time off, turn the new one on, and all the tablets update and work like it's supposed to. Ryan Thomas, very good shooter, shoots at Saddle River Range. He's a mid to high 50x shooter. He wants that 60x. Everybody wants that 60x. We do have 60x buckles here, so if somebody shoots a 60x at one of our tournaments, they get to go home with a 60x buckle. We do offer a 300 buckle, so if somebody shoots a 300 buckle, they can go ahead and pick one of those up. We do have to charge for those at this point, but it's a good momentum. They're not too expensive, and it gives them a belt buckle that shows that they shot a 300 here at our location. And it's a pretty good little buckle. I've seen some people wearing them down there. A lot of them will come and shoot 2 of them to get that buckle. Shoot one in November, and then come and shoot one in January. But they have an extra opportunity to get one with this shoot. But we do like to have a lot of fun here. You can't hear what's going on. There's a bunch of music going, not real loud, but loud enough that it's not dead silent in here. It can get, when you have a concrete floor with all wood walls, it can get loud in here. There's Riley. Riley shot a 50, I think it was a 57X. The little girl on the left shot a 57X, 56X 300 yesterday. She's 9 years old, shooting a little hunting bow. So that tells you it doesn't, kids can shoot these bows. When she gets to 20 yards, which she's still a couple years away, that's when those bows will start causing a little bit of problem, because you've got to, they're just not powerful enough. They're a little harder to shoot at 20. So we usually, once they're big enough to get into a target bow, we will get them into a target bow. She's joining Team Spider X. She came and talked to me yesterday, and so we're going to get the parents all the information, and she'll be joining the team and ordering her jersey to be a part of Team Spider X.
Scott's camera messing with me.
See, Hopefully it did not mess with him. Did let's see. I can hear him down there. I'm sure you guys could hear him too. Let's see, Josiah. Takes me a minute to find him because I'm just scrolling through.
Are we back?
Oh, Josiah's doing good.
Good morning.
Hey,
Again.
you're back.
You know what?
You're
It's
back.
lunchtime, actually.
It is. We've got food in there for you.
Oh, thank you.
We got food for you, Jacqueline. Let me go ahead and text the crew down there that there is food.
Oh, I wanted to let you know there were some gentlemen earlier this morning trying to get in the door to
Yeah.
the shop, and I was like, "Hey guys, I don't think it opens till noon because it's Sunday."
Yeah.
They
Whose
were-
Target is that? Jewel.
Jewel.
Oh, there's one just. She's
Two.
dropping low right. Almost like. Yeah, I don't know.
Peeking. Maybe she's
Yeah.
peeking.
I'm gonna go ahead. Carrie, you can keep talking.
Oh, all right.
I'm gonna get the next line ready to go.
Let's look at the 10-yard kiddos. Cubs. Little cubbies.
10 yards. Oh, it's already on them. That's what
yep.
they're on.
Okay. Landry and Hunter are shooting barebow and compound. Landry's going to go to Chicago to shoot NFAA Nationals in a couple weeks.
They're gonna drive. That'll be a fun little road trip with dad and daughter.
Navy Pier, Chicago.
Yeah, I forgot about Lancaster. Lancaster is
Lancaster is
coming
this
up
weekend.
pretty quick, and
Most
the
fly out.
weather is not looking good.
It's never. Is it ever really good during Lancaster?
You know, it's not when you get there, but it's never an issue leaving here.
Right. Most of our archers are traveling on Wednesday. Our Texas archers, I believe, traveling on Wednesday, and then they think they shoot Friday, Saturday, or they have to shoot. Yeah, they shoot Friday, Saturday. There's an Easton Foundation shoot up there also.
Is there?
Mm-hmm.
I know I saw that on the list when I was.
There's always one the day before Lancaster, so it's kind of like S3DA right before Vegas.
I didn't know that.
It's kind of a little warm up for the kids. It makes it worthwhile, you know, the traveling all that way. You try to get as many arrows as you can. Riley's in a better way.
Good.
Rocking and rolling.
Rocking and rolling.
Are we live again? My YouTube. Let me restart it.
Let me see. I hope so. Let me see. Or I've been talking this whole time.
Yeah, we are.
It says live.
My YouTube just wasn't catching up. Full house. Full house. We have room for 2 10-yard archers, and that's it, folks. So we said 21,000 arrows, official arrows, would be shot at the Siwat sectionals
Yeah.
here in Texas Archery. So the lot of arrows. I'm going to go to Eyes on Score and see if, look at scores. EyesOnScore.com if you want to keep up with your favorite archer. It is unofficial. We're just using Eyes on Score for.
They didn't sell it in the packs.
for this location.
Yeah. I'm getting. I'm almost to the point where I can talk some more.
No, you're fine. I'm just scrolling some scores and looking. 1, 2.
How's your son doing?
You know, I'm gonna tell you he's shooting fine, but he's gonna tell you he's not happy. 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've dropped 6 5s already. So
Yeah, that's a little under what he would normally be doing.
I know he's We were just talking about that. He's blaming it on the bow, but you know, it's not the bow.
It's not the bow.
I'm getting his shirts made, by the way. And I was thinking that
You know,
could be the name.
that could be. To be honest, that's probably a great shirt.
I'm gonna do it. And then I was
It's not
thinking
the
we
bow.
could name our podcast "It's Not the Bow."
It's not the bow. There you go.
Would that be fun? Because let's
It's
be
not
honest,
the bow.
it's not the bow.
Could be.
Nah. I mean, he's thinking there's a little bit of time, and it's out of time in a little bit, but
He could feel it. He should be able to feel
he
it.
is. He can kind of feel it, and he's having a little bit of elbow, release arm, elbow issues. It's not being as forgiving as it was the other
Yeah.
day. Is what he's telling me. He said if I just move my elbow just a little bit, it drops it out of the X.
It's a constant battle.
It
like I
is.
talked to Ryan, he was just
And
he was mad at his bow on Friday and said that he's gonna see if he can play nice with it on Monday. My guess
Right,
is
I
he's
think
gonna be up there today, but
I think it's just the growing boy.
yeah,
I feel like that's.
I don't know. I think boys are more emotional than girls.
I think, but then I think like they grow too. I looked at Connor last night laying on the hotel bed, and I was like, he's as long as that bed is almost.
It's true.
So I feel like it's a constant battle of trying to make sure that bow fits the kid.
Yep.
But I mean, there could be something going on too. I hadn't really been paying attention. I could tell yesterday there was a little something going on.
Yeah.
Today you could blame it on fatigue, but I don't know. He's just not shooting what he's happy with shooting, but he's fine. He's rocking and rolling.
You know what? Again, what's important?
Right. I
Is it,
told him
you
today,
know-
I was like, well, work on, if it's your elbow, work on your elbow today. Today really doesn't count. I mean, it counts, but it really doesn't
but
count.
yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to talk down on
We're
Southern
not having-
sectionals, but
we're
like this
not
is not
having
our
practice.
this is not our priority.
Right. We're not having practice tomorrow because of the weather. So use this as some practice time.
And I think it's important, that we talked about this earlier in one of our other live feeds, that it's important to understand what's important to you.
Yep.
So not every tournament is important.
No.
Not in my opinion.
No. We use
Siwat-
quite a few of them for practice.
Siwat is we shoot a bunch of Siwats. We don't go to the state championship, because that's not our
That's
priority.
not your priority.
Our
Right.
priority is trying to get as many reps in as possible.
Right. And
Ellie will disagree with me.
The
on
5
it,
arrow
but-
end keeps you in shape for that 3 arrow end.
Yeah.
For sure.
and I have to remind her what's important to you. She's like, indoor nationals in Vegas. Like,
Okay.
that's right. That's what's important to us.
Right.
5 spot, single spot, for NFA, not that important. We're not going to nationals this year. We're not going to state. So
Right.
that what do you want to do well? What I want to do, what she wants to do well is she wants to do well at outdoor Joad nationals. She wants to do well at
Indoor.
indoor nationals and Vegas. So that's what we get ready for. Easier said than done.
For sure. And a lot of these archers, too, it is, they'll start ramping up their 3D season. So we'll see them drop off
Yes.
from paper, and they go outside to shoot. They go outside to shoot 3D. Paper is just something to keep them in shape. Everybody kind of has their niche that they like to shoot. Some like 3D, some like paper, some like the NFAA face, some like the colored face. It all just...
And, I never could get Ryan into really into 3D.
I'm going to try again this year with Connor, but
The problem is what we found was we said the same thing. We're like, oh, we're going to do a lot more field this year. Oh, we're going to do a lot more 3D. And it turns out it's like, but there's other, there 3D is not important to him. So what's
Right.
important is these other tournaments.
Outdoor.
Well, guess what? There's certain things that you have to, like, oh, that tournament is at the same time as this one, or it's the week before. And so it's like, man, we can't go every single weekend.
no, we cannot.
Like,
go every
it is
single weekend.
exhausting to keep going. And there's parents that'll try it, and they all get burned out at some point. They get burned out. There's Jewel. Jewel is from Shreveport, Louisiana. Shoots for Spider X.
In her pretty seafoam green Matthews.
Yep. She just got that a couple.
Again.
It wasn't a bad shot. It just
No.
dropped a little low.
It's in the same place it was the last time, too,
Yeah.
on that target.
Yeah.
That fifth target.
So Ryan, we had a lot of conversation with him because he'd come in here and shoot a 60X or a 59X, and you would have thought that he shot a 290.
Right.
Because after every shot he's shaking his head because it didn't feel exactly right, even though
Yep.
it was an inside out. He doesn't care, and so I had to have conversations with him like, hey, bro, like, not every shot. You can't shake your head on every shot.
Right.
Like it's exhausting to watch you. And so what you need to do is let each shot, okay, and regroup. But if you're just out there shaking your head after each one, eventually that catches up to you, and you're
Right.
gonna start dropping points and all of that. So now when you see him, you wouldn't know if he had a good shot or a bad shot. He just looks the same.
Yeah.
And
good. That's
ever so often,
Right.
you'll see him he may roll his eyes and laugh.
Yeah.
But it's because he just shot he just shot outside of the X and shot a 59X and be like, oh, kind of shaking his head. But
That's when you like Derek the other day. Derek could have been mad.
no, he
But
just
you never really, if he was mad, you didn't see it. It
What
was like, oh, it is what it is.
So
Let's
he said
shoot some more.
Said he stood up to the line and he literally saw the camera turn and
know.
move toward him. He's like, "Are you kidding me?"
We're sorry. It was not intentional, but we
Yeah.
wanted to watch you shoot
Hey, we'll
because
watch you.
you were going to be a 60X.
So he knows these archers hilarious because I think they know when the camera's on them.
Probably
Because
so.
we'll catch them. A lot of times we won't catch them on live, but we'll see
But we'll
them
see
wave
him because we have a
We'll
couple
see
of
'em-
cameras. Yeah.
We'll see them wave. My daughter one time, and we caught it. She winked and did the little I gotcha with her finger, and I'm just like, really? Because I didn't see it. She told me about it, and she went back and found it. I'm just like,
Yeah.
you goofball. There's Jack in the background.
I like their little bow stand.
I know.
That's pretty sweet, huh?
It's a good little setup. Again, those two jerseys are both Houston Archery Learning Center jerseys. I actually like the new jerseys. A lot of the girls don't like it.
Oh, I like
They
it.
like the old one. They don't like the splatter.
Connor G.
Connor G. Good round.
Not too bad.
But you can see he's gotten a little loose on some of those.
Yes.
Barbara, she comes and shoots all these tournaments.
You have a big stack of 300s to hang up, sir.
I do, and I forgot. I messaged my wife, says, remind me to grab my staple gun, because we had taken it home, and then of course, at that point, I forgot to keep forgetting to bring it back.
We
I'm
probably
gonna
have enough
have to
to-
bring it tomorrow.
Fill up the wall. I saw that stack growing yesterday.
Yeah, the YouTube is not as laggy either as the other one.
Oh, good.
Becky's like, we can hear you. Awesome. What end are we on? I haven't even looked. It's been a hot minute.
Okay, guess 9.
We are on. Yes, that you're right. That was number 9. So three more ends. One thing that I like about our app on the back end, I can tell you exactly how long it takes for from when they score to when they score the second one. So it gives you kind of a good idea that it's about a 10-minute turnaround from when they start scoring. They start the first one and then start the second one. It's about a 10 minutes to do that. All right. Let's see how everybody's looking down there. I'm going to go ahead and refresh my screen. I'll give you some updates on all the archers. Landry. Let's see. So she's actually on track. She's shooting about 6 points higher than she did yesterday at this point. So it kind of gives you an idea that she is shooting a little stronger today than yesterday. Let's see. Harris, same thing. I'm not going to go through everybody here. I'm going to just hit a few on the list. And like Johanna, she's won a bunch of national titles. She's just done amazing in the last couple of years. Everybody refers to her as Cindy. Cindy is shooting quite a bit better today than she did yesterday. She's probably about 7 or 8 points higher than she was yesterday at this point. Rick Stonebreaker, again, it looks like everybody's shooting a little better than they did yesterday. 3 points higher. There's a few that are down, but it looks like there's a good number. Let me see.
Somebody just posted TikTok is back.
Is it back? That lasted a day. Are you hopping on TikTok real quick?
I'll look and see. Oh, no, I deleted it earlier.
You can't get it back.
Oh, wow.
I'm teasing.
That didn't last long. It wasn't even a day.
I wonder what happened.
Like 12
I wonder
hours.
if oh, that's weird.
TikTok ban has lasted 10 hours.
That was it. That's funny.
I haven't seen a good weather update yet this morning. I think everybody's trying to gather themselves. All the weather guys.
Oh yeah, it looks like it's back. I just
It's back.
yeah.
I'm not a big TikToker. I buy a few things off of it, but that's about it.
Yeah, we do TikTok with our shop. That's
I know, y'all went viral.
And I don't do it. My daughter
Molly
has
does,
it,
right?
but we've got a lot of followers.
Y'all do.
TikTok's got a huge amount of followers. Ryan did a video with his Stratus when he got it, and that thing
That's
hit
the one that went viral, right?
1.3 million views. That's nuts.
That's awesome.
All right, so it's back. That'll make my daughter happy.
David Allen down range helping our Cubbies finish scoring. It got cold up here.
It did. Is it getting colder outside?
It might be. I don't know. The side door, when everybody's going in and out, you can feel it down.
Man, it's like it's
in
so
the
funny
stands.
because during the hot season, if that door opens, this place becomes a sauna really quick.
You have a 2 p.m. line today, right?
We do, and then we're
Okay.
done. We might have Michael might be coming for that, but we'll see.
Okay. He can talk about all the state records that were broken last weekend.
Yep,
We had quite a few.
we did.
All right. They're going to resume shooting. I think they had a scoring issue downrange on the Cubs, but we're ready to go. I think this is in number 10. In number 10, bottom line shoots first every time.
I think he's from Pearland.
Oh, really?
So Pearland, before COVID, if you remember the green,
Yes, they
The
were
green-
so sweet to Connor.
they were such a good group. Daniel Tunstall, they had done such a good job.
Connor
huge
has
team, huge team.
They
to go to
were,
these
and
events.
we shot. It was a year that they hosted the Winter Games in Pearland, TAAF Winter Games, and Connor went. And he was the only one from our area that went because at the same time TSAA State was going on, and TSAA State didn't have a yeoman. This is when Connor was 8 or 9 years old,
Yep.
and only shooting 10 meters or 10 yards, 9 meters. And they treated Connor like he was one of theirs that day. That was the sweetest thing. Gave him a little alien sticker.
Really?
They had a really good club. Oh yeah, she's got one. Jacqueline had one. It's on one of Connor's older bow cases, but they were a good group of coaches and kids. They're not around anymore, right?
Pearland, they are.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
But I don't ever see them, the little green aliens.
They I never did finish my statement. Once COVID kind of killed their team, and so they've been in rebuild mode since
Okay.
then. And I mean, there was some sad stuff that happened. One of their coaches passed away from COVID.
Oh gosh.
So there was some
Okay.
it was there was some circumstances, and so they've been trying to recover from that, and so you can start seeing some of the kids out there. They still have their program is really based on beginners and getting them into the program. They've kind of reshifted a little bit
Okay.
instead of being so competition. I mean, they would show up with 20 plus kids.
I know.
And they're all wearing
they were
those
cute with the green aliens.
Yeah,
everywhere.
where those green, they would have the green jerseys with the green
Yeah.
alien stickers, and they'd be handing them all out. Really good, really cool
Look,
stuff.
he smiled.
That just I just thought of it. I was thinking, how do we, our kids want to hand stuff out. What if we just we just ordered a bunch of Spider X stickers?
Or just spiders.
Yeah,
That would be cool.
yeah, they could just hand those out.
A spider with an X in the middle of it.
Yeah, that's what our logo.
Yep.
My daughter.
That would be cool.
My daughter created that logo.
I like it.
Yeah, it turned out good.
I like it. Let's do it.
She created that one for me many years ago, and I don't know if I told you the story on it. I think I may have. So when we first got into archery, we we were going to 4-H. We ended up adding to it. We went to a JOAD club and was shooting JOAD. And we go to our first little competition there. And this little girl, she shoots, and she's telling me how excited she is about that she just killed the spider. She just kept telling me she killed the spider. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I was so new to this. I didn't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
We walked down there, and that her arrow was in the middle of the little tiny
The
X.
X.
And so she kept telling me that she killed
the
the
spider.
spider. And I'm just like, oh, Spider X.
There we go.
And there it is.
That's
and
so awesome.
So I
Yeah, we should do that.
I created it. Yeah, you know what? I'll make that happen. So I'd like to have them for indoor nationals, so that they can hand them out.
That'll be cool. We have a lot of plans.
Yeah, I do.
You have a lot of
I
plans.
got a lot of
I have
plans.
a lot of brilliant ideas, but
You know, it's kind of like those
I don't
300
even-
those 300 stickers.
Yeah.
So if we had maybe one half that size
Sure.
of just a spider.
yeah, just a spider. That would be cool.
I think that's John Ford. I named him wrong the other day. It was Mike Gross, and I called him Mike. Or no, I told him John. I'm like, you know, I was about to say something to get myself in trouble, but I decided to just you be proud of me.
Not really. I didn't know that button was there.
Yeah.
I do now.
So I tell my daughter, like, anytime we're watching shows, I'm like, so who is that? And she's like, oh my goodness, that's Elizabeth. And like, because I'm half paying attention. And so I tell her, I always say, I'm like, you know what? It's so hard. Like, all white girls look the same to me.
No.
All white girls look the same. I was sitting with Barbara one day, and I was telling her, you know, I'd gotten into this show called The 100 on Netflix. It's been a few years.
Okay.
And there's a girl on there. Her name's Raven. She's one of the main characters. And, you know, I'm talking to her. I was like, yeah, 100. She's like, oh, you know what? One of my best friends, her daughter's on the show. And I'm like, oh, she is.
That's cool.
What's her character name? She said, it's Raven. I'm like,
Oh,
that is
how
so cool.
neat.
It's just so funny how small the world can be.
It sure is.
You know,
It sure is.
I was like, she's one of my favorite characters. She shot Compound for many years, Barbara, and then ended up going to Barebow. And
Barebow?
I think she has more fun with Barebow.
I can see
I think
that.
a lot of people do.
I
to
mean,
be honest.
I have fun just, I don't know. Again, I feel like compound archery is a game of perfection.
There's no room for error.
There's no room for error, and then
Error.
and
Error.
maybe that's why. And I was going to talk to you about this when we were running numbers about the barebow recurve growing. You know, maybe it's because there's a little bit more room for error. You know what I mean? Like it's not as
Intense.
it's not as perfection based.
Yeah, it's just not as intense.
I'm not saying that it's easier because it's not. The barebow and recurve archers are actually holding their weight. You know, these compounders, 10, 12 pounds, 15 pounds.
Yep.
They're actually holding the 30 pounds or 35, 40 pounds on the recurve and barebow and trad classes. But yeah, I saw that a little while ago. He had something going on. But I was
I
gonna
didn't notice
bring
it
up
until a minute ago.
I was gonna bring up the point that maybe because compound has become such a perfect score game that the barebow recurve trad classes have been growing because you don't have to be perfect
Yeah, but
in those.
like
You
Olympic
have to be
recurve.
competitive, but
Yeah.
you don't have to be perfect. Now, when we talk like Brady Ellison, obviously
Recurve's
perfect.
getting more competitive.
It
competitive.
is.
I mean,
It
when we
is.
had, the first time I've had a 20-yarder shoot a 300 in our facility at a tournament was 2 weeks ago.
Right.
And two of them,
Right.
two 16-year-olds,
Yeah.
did it.
I'm not
and-
saying it's not competitive, but I feel like that
But
there's
there's a lot less room for error on compound, and it
compound.
takes more, like, The recurve, I'm not sure anybody can out practice a recurve shooter. Though they put
No.
in so much time.
Right.
They shoot way more arrows. Compound, you have to put in almost as much time if you want to keep up. Like if
Right.
you want to get that 60x level.
Yeah.
You know, it took Ryan. He could shoot a 60x in practice, and when we go there, I mean, he was the king of 59x's. And normally he'd drop it on the very first one. We were at nationals, and I thought he was actually going to get his first 60x at nationals, and he drops it. He dropped it on the 58th arrow. He dropped the X, so he shot a 59x at nationals. But it's such a it becomes. I mean, these kids can do it. It becomes mental. How
Right.
you know, becomes a mental game at that point.
Our little cubs down there working on scoring.
2 more ends, 10 more arrows.
Whatever it was, he cleaned it up. The next one, right?
Who?
Case.
Nope. He dropped another one. So Kay Scott, great shooter, shot 3 60Xs in a row here in competition, not in practice.
Right.
Shot 2 one weekend, shot another one this weekend, and struggling a little bit today. But you know what?
That's all right.
He'll work it out.
I
That's
talked about it earlier. I was like, man, Scott needs to give you 2 buckles because you shot another one.
I only give 1 buckle out.
I know.
I'll go broke. If he comes back next season,
Yeah.
I'll give another one.
Yeah.
I'll give another one for second season, not first season. You know, I'll give 1 out, and then that's it. The next year, I'll give out another one.
Connor's smiling again. So whatever's happening, he's just letting it go and rolling with it. Is
Right.
Ellie shooting later today?
Yeah, she shoots
The
at
2 p.m.?
2.
Down there hanging out with kids.
Yeah, she's always wanting to be in the mix. You know,
I
she's
love
the
it.
youngest of 4, so she's not shy. Like, see, she's talking to your son. I don't know what she's doing, but she's got her hand whipping her ass.
That's funny. We need to recreate the picture of her and Connor from TSAA State.
When was that?
Like 9 years ago, 8 years ago. It was when Ellie and Connor were both yeomen in shooting compound.
Oh, that was a long
Do you
time
remember?
ago. Yes.
I've sent it to you.
You got to send it to me again.
Let me see.
We could do that at indoor state. I'm sorry, indoor nationals.
It comes up on my memories every once in a while, but I might have to dig for it. Oh, right there.
Oh my word.
Like, look how little they are.
Yeah, send that to me again. Download it and send it to me. That is hilarious.
I wonder if it saved. Oh, yeah, it saved it for today. That was when we were shooting in the woodlands at that ice skating rink facility.
That's right. I was about to say, I know. Take me a minute for it.
And it's Connor's green bow, so that was his second bow. So he has to be just 8 or 9.
So we were, Ellie would have been.
Because Ellie's
Are they the same age?
Connor turns 14 in April. So, I mean,
Okay, they're real close. They're
Yeah.
a couple months apart. Yeah, so Ellie, so that would have been in 2020. We did it right before all heck broke loose for COVID.
I bet this was sooner than that.
No,
I'm thinking like 19.
it could have been 19. I mean, it could have been. It was right around. It was right before COVID. What's the date on it?
I don't know. I sent it to you in 2022. I said this is a few years ago at the Woodlands.
Let's see.
I don't know. I'm going to have to do some looking to see. It was a wall. I mean, look how little he is. And that was the green bow.
Let's see. I'm looking. You guys don't see this picture. I wish I could show it to you guys.
And Connor and Ellie, let me see if I can.
You have the original?
Look, there it is.
Yeah, there it is.
Connor and Ellie shooting. I'll have to look. I'm
So,
sure it came off my. I'm sure that one.
Ellie's
came off
shooting
my
a
phone.
compound bow. So
And they're at 9 meters, so they had to have been under 10.
Yeah. So in
because it's yeoman. And that was yeoman. That was before they did the U13, U15. It was
well, Ellie would have been even at 2020 should have been 9.
okay. So somewhere in there, 8 or 9.
Yeah, should have been 8 or 9 at that point.
I'm gonna have to look this
They've grown, and 5 years doesn't seem that long ago, but it's a long
long
time
time.
for kids. Oh no, I think Josiah may have just dropped one.
Oh no.
Dadgummit. I wanted to see him shoot his 300 today. That would have been his first 300. It gets nerve-wracking when you get to the end, even though
Yeah, that's like we're
it's,
talking like a NASCAR race. You know, it's boring in the beginning and middle, but
Yeah.
the last end we pick out archers that are shooting, you know, their personal bests or
Yeah.
going to be clean or clean. I call clean a 360X. So they like we try to focus on those.
Connor shot a 60X in practice before.
Yes,
Yep.
yes, but it's elusive when it comes to.
Yeah. Like Ryan wouldn't
Comes
even
to the tournament.
like he would if somebody had said, "Hey, have you ever shot a 60X?" He'd say no.
Because
even
it
though
doesn't count.
It doesn't count until
Yeah.
it's actually in a competition.
Yeah.
And somebody would be like, "Did they shoot it in practice?" Like, yeah, I've shot it in practice, but it's not the same, you know.
29.
We had a guy that shot bow hunter he shot for a short bit. Probably one of the best shooters I've ever seen. I mean, the guy just could shoot, you know. And so he was shooting a bow hunter setup, and he shot something like he shot 60X 300, and he was like, "I'm going to keep going." And so he kept shooting and kept shooting, and he shot. We weren't doing inside outs or anything like
Right.
that, but he got to. It was something like.
That would be a fun game to play, you know, as an archer.
I think he dropped one right before 100.
What?
Yeah, with a bow hunter setup.
That's
like,
awesome.
And he just missed too, and then he's like, I was like, keep going. He's like, nope, I wanted to see how far I could take it, you know.
2018 was the green bow. So it's either 2018 or 2019.
She would have been, I earliest I would have had her shooting was 8, maybe 9.
Connor was 8. We started him in 4-H at 8. So it had to have been 2019.
Yeah, it had to be probably 2019.
Because TSA state has always been in the spring, right? Or at least like January, February, somewhere in
Yeah,
there.
I could have swore it was right. It was in 2020 that we did that, but it may have been 19. So we rented out the ice rink in the Woodlands on the Riverwalk, and I thought that was a pretty cool shoot.
I liked that facility.
Like there was restaurants all within walking distance. There was
We did that. Our JOAG team went walking
Yeah.
into the mall area and
the mall. They had a bunch of bars.
we went walking for lunch one day. So maybe surely he wasn't that. I'm still digging for this picture so we can figure out the date. There's Aggie 29.
So Nadia shooting pretty strong. She when I mentioned that she had dropped 4, she hasn't dropped another X since then. So
All right, you go, girl.
she's shooting very strong right now.
Good job. Is she a bow hunter or freestyle class?
Freestyle.
Oh, look, we were talking about this. 2020, that's that little Pearland shoot.
Yep.
It was.
Look how little he is
I know.
with their little
With the
green. Yeah, show that on the
alien.
camera.
Yeah.
So that's the alien that
see.
Pearland used to do. They used to give those
Oh my
stickers out to
gosh, y'all look
everybody.
how
It
little
was,
that
it was
kid
really
is.
cool. Yep. 11th end, we have 5 more arrows per archer left, and we'll put a fork in this one.
Oh, look, I found it. February 22nd, 2020 is
2020,
when
so it
Connor
was-
and Ellie shot together.
Okay. Yeah, I thought it was 2020.
Look at.
Sprayed it.
Yep. Oh my gosh.
I remember. I forgot I did all that. I had everybody.
That was fun. They could put their
scores
score
up
on the flip chart.
That was yeah. We had a good time. A lot of people took advantage of that. That was a fun shoot.
That was a
Good
30.
one. That's a good round.
And then we're shearing sheep the next day
Oh, nice.
for our stock show.
Shearing sheep only here in Texas. Go from shooting archery to shearing sheep.
Yeah, we
And
used to
then-
show. Connor was very competitive in that too, but it came time to
Yeah, we were talking to Cole Ware's mom,
make
Dallas.
a decision.
You know, and it's just I just laugh because you forget how country people are here in Texas.
We're pretty country.
And I was like, "Hey, are you guys going to Vegas?" She's like, "I don't
they
think
have
we
to take care of chickens.
Yeah, I don't think I can. I don't think we can get away because we've got chickens. Like, oh,
And not like just your backyard chickens. Cole raises chickens for the stock shows,
Yes.
the major stock shows. And Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo Poultry.
oh, sorry, I thought that was on them. I just pulled one. She had a hair like on her mic. I pulled it. It was actually
It was
attached.
attached. The poultry show for Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo lands right on top of Vegas,
Yep.
or pretty close to
Pretty
it,
close.
where it's critical for them to not be able to leave because they have to take those birds.
Yes.
A lot of our archers are. I mean, like I said, Connor used to show sheep. This is our second year without him. I think Cody Johnson shows turkeys and chickens. And then Cole has chickens. So several of our kids are involved in,
I think it's funny.
but
that,
we are pretty country around here.
Yeah. Pretty country.
And that was our life for a while. It was like Monday archery, Tuesday sheep, Wednesday archery, Thursday sheep.
yeah.
And that's how we lived for a few years. Every other day was archery and every other day was sheep. I missed it. I tried real hard this year to get Connor. I work with some people that are big into stock show pigs.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that's the latest validation that you can get is the end of December for hogs. And I was like, well, maybe we can get a hog. And I tried so hard to convince Connor. He was like, no, Mom, I don't have time. And in all reality, we really don't have time. But I just like to.
Got to be a family event. Like
It is a family affair.
because it's
100%. Show and stock, livestock it is. You can put as much responsibility on the kid as you want, which is fine. That's the point of the project, is to teach them responsibility and animal husbandry and something relying on you,
yeah.
that kind of thing. But it still takes parents too. And
And then
everybody
if you want
has
to
to
sneak
be
away, you got to pay somebody to come help you.
Everybody has to be willing. As willing as I am for Connor to, for wanting him to get animals again to show livestock. Connor has to be able to want to do it.
Right.
And then my husband on the other end has to be able. He talks sense into us. He's the one that's like, do we really have time for that? Like, do we really?
That's funny.
It all sounds fun while it's coming out of my mouth. Like, oh, Connor, but I want you to show. I want to watch you show. And you can spend a week at the stock show. But then the husband's like, and like, for instance, when it's cold right now, people are trying to keep their barns warm and keeping animals from getting sick, that
Yep.
kind of stuff. So
I went ahead and speaking of cold, I went ahead and checked our generator last night, and I wasn't so sure it was going to start. And no, it started.
Good.
I was like, whew. I've never had an issue with our generator starting for our house, and I was just going to go test it real quick. But I did notice that when it did start, it was spitting out something. Like I was like, oh, it must have gotten kind of wet.
Yeah.
I put a cover on it, but like because of everything, I put a cover on it kind of late after the last time we used it, and I think it must have gotten pretty wet.
We had to add a battery to ours last week. Ben went out and did all the checking to make sure.
Get it all going.
Yeah. Yeah, we're as ready as we can be. There's a couple of things that we've got to wrap up when we get home, but
I think we're ready. I just
Shouldn't be
I've
too
got
bad. I really need to go to the grocery store now. That sounds terrible. And I really might stop in Houston, like a Sugarland Rosenberg HEB versus our
yeah.
town. Our town will be wiped out. I feel like that Houston probably gets a truck of things a lot faster than
I think so.
than our town. So I might stop and see if I can grab some last minute groceries before we.
Yeah, I need to.
Before we get
I've
on,
got
'cause
gas tanks in my car, so I'm gonna be filling those
they'll
up
fill
on my
up.
home.
Ben did that
tonight.
too he did that on Friday. He filled up with diesel. That way everything.
Is ready to go.
Yeah, but I lacked in the grocery department because I knew I wasn't gonna be home this weekend.
You know,
So I didn't really want groceries sitting in the house. I wanted, but we'll see. If not, I just told him, I was like, if we don't make it to the grocery store or if the grocery store's out, we'll live off the deer sausage.
Yep. I almost like we were real close to just upgrading our generator so that it would handle our AC units as well. Ours doesn't. Ours it handles everything except AC.
See, ours will handle the air, but won't handle the heat.
See,
So I don't run.
ours is gas heat, but our heat may work. I need to test it.
You might.
We have gas. Ours is
well, then you
ours is
should
a
be
gas
okay.
heater.
We're on we're electric heaters, and we have three HVACs, and it'll run the ACs because we had to during Harvey.
Yeah.
Or post Harvey, but we think that's going to be too much of a load if we had to use it for the heaters. So we run during the snowvid, we ran on generator power for the house, but did not run the heaters. We ran space heaters throughout the house because there's only 3 of us. So we were huddled in the living room.
I should probably go get my propane swapped out tonight too, so that we can have if it got that cold. I don't know
Right.
if it will, to be honest. Like it's gonna cold. It's only for like a night
Two-
and 2
2 nights.
days.
Yeah, 2 days.
I don't know if it'll get that
It all
cold.
just depends. I think we don't know.
We've got a little heater, space heater in one of our rooms. I have to run it because, my wife likes it super cold in the house.
And you freeze.
And I freeze.
See, we're that way too. I didn't turn our heater on until I guess this last cold snap because it really hadn't been. I feel like it had been that cold, and I just ran it to just get the chill out of the house. Turned it on to 65, and he's like, "That's it," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's
To
it."
get the chill, really?
Yeah, just to get the chill out. So we run on space heaters and the fireplace. I hate turning that big heater on.
Yeah, man, like last night, it was like or 5 o'clock this morning. I'm freezing, and so I get up next to my wife. I'm like, it is freezing in here. And her words were, "You did not turn the heat on, did you?"
Right.
I'm like,
Put
yeah,
more clothes on.
yeah. The temperature at our house right now is 64 degrees.
Yeah, that's what it is. And I'm like 65.
64.
I told the house
Like,
sitter, I was like, if you get cold, just cover up or turn the space heater on.
Yeah.
During the snowvid, we stayed at 55 during snowvid. Our house stayed at 55. Even with, that was just a couple of space heaters and the fireplace going. Connor has a little guinea pig. I have to keep him warm though. So
Yeah. We've got a rabbit that we keep warm.
Fun.
Rabbit's old. Two-face. It literally has a line down the middle of its face is black on one side and a light gray on the other.
Aw. I hear they make good pets. I've never had a rabbit inside.
It's an outside rabbit, but
Oh,
we
okay.
used to train them. They could jump around in the house
In
and
the house?
everything and had a little spot for them. And
Connor didn't like that, but it's a line.
it's in there. It's not even that close.
He's only got 12 seconds left to shoot. You better come on with it. No, it's more than 12.
Oh, yeah. We got plenty of time.
He's not gonna like that one.
That one, not going to stretch the line.
Yeah. He's shooting awful fast too, though. I feel like there's
82 seconds left. How many arrows does he have left? Is this the last
none.
one?
That was it.
Oh, that was it. He's down there helping Steve.
Yeah.
Good kid.
He likes shooting with Steve.
And there we go. That is it. That is our 10 o'clock line is done. What's going to happen is these archers are going to go ahead and do their final scores. Their score sheets have a QR code on them. They'll go ahead and score that or scan that. They'll go ahead and enter those scores for NFAA. And once the little button turns green at the top right, then they know that it's been entered. So we appreciate you guys tuning in. This is it. We're not going to do any more
Riley
for
girl
this
looks
weekend.
good.
$2.99.
Yeah.
We were talking about doing it this afternoon, but not going to work. We're just going to go ahead and take a break and I guess call it a weekend.
Call it a weekend. Yes, sir.
So hey, thanks everybody for joining, and we'll catch you
At the next target.